We are at the dog rescue today, and I thought I would do something super ridiculous. I have my camera I always bring out with me, the Sony A7R III with the 70-200 lens. This is my go-to. But I thought I'd be super ridiculous today and use this ginormous 200-600 lens on the new Sony A9 II. It's ridiculous. Monique Renee here, Pet and People photographer at Silver Paw Studio, and I come out to the shelters every week and I wanted to do some ridiculous camera comparisons. All the dogs are enjoying this weather right now, so you can probably really hear them. So I got both of these going on. That was ridiculous. I love it. There it is. Okay, good job. A little tie in front is so much better. Dora. Bring it back, Dora. Bring it back. Good girl. Okay, those are great. Okay. 200. Too long. This is ridiculous. What do you think? Hi, Jimmy. Hi. Come here. Come here. Oh gosh. All of them, really? That was a super funny look. Here. Nice little profile. Okay, I think those are good. Okay. Okay, this is zoomed into 600. Let's see. Oh gosh, it overfills the frame. Ah! The sun's really is overkill. Hi, get the toy. Go get it, honey. Can you sit? You sit? Oh my gosh. There we go.
It's a kitty noise.
Oh, is it nice to go, Papa? There we go. Good job. Okay. Oh, good job, honey. Yeah, you're done. So we tried this lens on, I think, 6 different dogs. You could see how big this yard is, and it's still zoomed in way too far. This really is a bird and wildlife lens, but I had to try it with these dogs out here, and you could see all this footage. Some of the dogs were kind of scared of this lens. It's a pretty good size. Now, this is the lens hood, of course, but you know, that's a good size lens. It's extremely heavy. It's really hard to use out here with these dogs. But if you have a big space and you have dogs that are maybe shy, or you have an even bigger space and you want to see them running around, this might be an okay lens, but honestly, it's really ridiculous. The 70-200's really what you want to go with, but I have to say, the great thing about this A9 II is the focusing is so fast and so many frames per second. So for action, oh yeah. I'm gonna do a full review on this, but this is my first impression, so it's doing good. We tried both of them. It was ridiculous, and I would definitely recommend this one.
All right, I thought it would be interesting to show you an overview in Lightroom of the different images side by side with the different lenses. And what I've done is just made a collection here in Lightroom. Anything with the red label was shot with the 70-200, and anything here with the blue label was with the 200-600. And these are already edited, except for this pup down here. I did take the leash off, but I wanted to show the original crops on these. So this dog here, this image, this is with the 70-200. And if I go back out If I press R for crop, you can see here's the original crop. And over here, press R for crop. This is how much I cropped out of that image, how much I had to crop. But then if I go over here, so same dog, you see a little flower collar. This is the 200 to 600. If I press R to crop, there's not that much I cropped out. And I was probably about the same distance from the dog. That's a pretty big yard that you saw. Like here's a completely pulled back. This is not cropped at all here. Completely pulled back. This is the 70 to 200. And there's the far end. They're probably halfway into the screen. Here's another one here with the 70 to 200. You can see that's where what I ended up submitting. But with the 200 to 600, that's it. That's all I could crop. And you can see this doghouse was way in the back corner of that yard. And there's the dog running. And so dog running towards me also. R for crop, you can kind of see there. So I thought it would be interesting to show you that. So here you can see all these ones were with the 70 to 200. And these were with the 200 to 600. Keeping in mind that I had the 70 to 200 on the A7R3, which is 42 megapixels. And these 200 to 600s were on the A9 II, which I think is 24 megapixels. So what's really nice is using that 70 to 200 on the A7R3 is I can crop in. If they're all the way across the yard, like this dog, you can see how big that original picture was. I could crop all the way in on her face here, and it would still be fine. Let's look at this one. So this is with the 70 to 200. You can see over here. And look at how much I was able to crop down on that picture. Pretty cool. But I can also be far away. So not only can I be far away with that 70 to 200, I can also crop in a lot because of the megapixels. But this is really interesting, I think. If we look at these two pictures, let's do the survey mode. This one here on the left was with the 70 to 200, and on the right was the 200 to 600. Super similar. Aren't they very, very similar? So probably, let's see, let's take a look. This one, you can see how much I cropped in. This is the same distance away. I don't think that dog moved at all between me changing cameras, if you remember from the original footage. And here is with the 200 to 600. So same position. Look at how much farther I need to be with that lens. It really was just too big, very much too big, even for this really good sized yard. This dog, see, oh yeah, we saw that with cropped in there. This is interesting. I was pretty far away, and you could see I cropped out maybe half of the image overall, but if that had been on the 70 to 200, you would have seen a much more of the yard. Same with this one. Here we are with the 70 to 200. Here's the 200 to 600. This one's funny. That's pretty much the full image. That is pretty much it. This was nice because I could crop in a little bit here, but I was, golly, I'm terrible at measuring feet, but at least 20 feet away with these, with the 200 to 600 millimeter. So you can kind of see the difference there. And then this last pupper at the bottom, we've got these three images that were the 70 to 200. And I think I was fairly close for these. I wasn't too far, just maybe 6-7 feet. You could look, you could see the other camera sitting there. But I just wanted her little head in that one. And this one, a little bit, not too far away. But then once you start looking at this, where I'm probably halfway across the yard at least, there's that doghouse in the background. You can see how much closer this is. It was really, really hard to get any action super zoomed in with that 200 to 600, even in this good size yard. One more piece of data I wanted to show you in here is when you go up to the filters, you can go to metadata and choose focal length. What's really surprising to me is out of all of these images, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 were past the 200 millimeter mark. These ones. Even when they're all the way across the yard, I didn't even come close to 600 millimeters. So most of the time, I was at the short end of that 200 to 600, and you can see the rest of the time I'm all between 70 and 200. So I think that's interesting data to show as well. Here, let's show all focal lengths again. So I thought that was pretty interesting to share with y'all too, kind of the unedited version of that. So I know I said it a million times in this video, but the 200 to 600, it's too ridiculous to take out to the shelters, even in a good sized yard. But it was fun to experiment with it.
If you enjoyed this video, remember you can always paw that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, do all those things, tell your friends. Watch for my other video that's going to be a full review on the A9 II for pet photography. And that probably wraps it up for this week. As always, I wish you many woofs, purrs, and TREATS's.